So today we are taking team charter. And what is team charter? So imagine you find yourself in an organization. We have all worked in different organizations at different points in time. So you find yourself in an organization, you usually have a team. Your department alone is a team. You usually have a team and you normally have team meetings. Sometimes your organization will want you to carry out a project as a team. So to be able, whenever there is that situation when you need to carry out a project as a team, some of the challenges you're going to face is that you need, and what really happens is that the organization looks at your firm, your organization looks at you guys, maybe picks up different persons from different, departments and units, bring them together to form a team that will be able to execute the project. So one of the first things you're going to find out is that you will start getting to understand yourself, getting to understand why you are together. You're going to definitely struggle to agree because you are just put from different groups. You're going to struggle to agree. Over time, you will agree, and when you agree, you'll start doing things together. Then towards the end of the project, to you guys, it will be as if this project should not end because you have actually been able to bond together and you wish to continue working together as a team. And this thing happens naturally in every organization you find yourself, or in any team you find yourself. And this is where team charter comes to play. This is where team charter becomes important. And what is team charter? Team charter is just a document. It's a project management document that outlines the purpose, goals, roles, responsibilities, and operating procedures of a team. I will go again. So a team charter is a project management document that outlines the purpose, goals, roles, responsibilities, and operating procedures of a team. Now, it serves as a roadmap for that team. It guides the members of the team towards achieving their objectives effectively and efficiently. So the whole idea here is that this team charter, this piece of document, makes it easy for you to deliver your work as a team. It gives you the operating procedures on how to go about your team or your work. And first of all, it comes with why are we together? What do we want to achieve? What are our different roles and responsibilities in this thing we want to achieve? These things brought together help us understand what our roles are and how we will go together, we work together to achieve it. And that's what a team charter is. So, and what's all this about? You need to, from what I have explained, you will notice that this team will not necessarily be the people of the same skill sets. Most times they will be drawn from different departments to form a team. And in this case, in this internship, we call it a cross-functional team where you have the BA, BA, SM, QA, and developers all coming together to build a piece of solutions that will help the company grow or that will help the internal team to work efficiently. This is what team charter is all about. So like I explained, talk about the purpose, and there's something you can notice here. It is a live document. It talks about the purpose, objective, roles, expectation, and guidelines that surrounds this team. And now, what do I mean by a live document? So it means this document, you don't just create it and abandon it. You need to visit it at every point in time to be sure that you are still in line with what you are building, so that you have not gone after what you're building. And you also need to also make rules that will guide you in achieving what you are building. So why it is a live document? If you abandon it, it's no longer a live document. And why is it a live document? Is because you will go there and keep making it better. And there are a lot of other documents out there that are your live documents. Things like requirement gathering documents, these are live documents. Things like as simple as your CV is a live document because you must update it to be in sync with your newfound skills and technology and the technology development or expansion in your field. So understand what the word a live document, some will call it a living and breathing document. Now, when we talk about team charter, there are some components that make up team charter. So when you find yourself in a team, you need to understand, first of all, what is the team goal? And the team goal is aimed to deliver a functional application or defined functionalities within each sprint. So yesterday, Chika talked to us about sprint, which is a different breakdown of the different stages that help us build, a particular solution incrementally. So here, your goal could be to build an entire document, an entire product, or your goal will be to build a functionality in an existing application. So let's say you have PrimeSoft now as as an application. You want to include things like chat functionality in it. You bring up a team together and they build it, and you guys will integrate it into PrimeSoft. So that's what we mean by functionalities within each sprint. And the other one is when you want to build an entire application from scratch. Now, when I say application, it doesn't have to just be a web application. Building things as simple as the dashboard, data dashboard, reports, building data pipeline, these things are solutions. So you put teams together that will build these things. Now, the next thing is team leadership. Team leadership. So here, imagine Claire Kingsley will act as our team coordinator, responsible for integrating input and sending reminder as needed. Now, Claire is not your boss, but rather a facilitator. So imagine you all gather together, you came together, you want to build an app, you want to form a team charter, you want to form a team in your team charter. Let's say Fola decides to guide you guys on how to do things, give you a reminder. That does not mean Fola is a boss. No, we don't have boss in team charter. What we have is just facilitator. Fola just decided to bring you guys together, try to make things work, send reminders, tell you guys time. So, and Fola cannot act as a boss, only as a facilitator, cannot see himself as a boss. So please take note of that. Then the next one is team communication. So now within yourself, you decide to say we want to commit to 2 to 3 times weekly, maybe via Teams, because we have Teams. You can always meet if you want to meet like once in a sprint together on your own, twice in a sprint. It's up to you. So you choose your day. You could just say we want to meet twice in a week, or twice in a week, and or twice in a sprint, and the days will be specifically Tuesday at 3 p.m. GMT. And you choose your collaboration tool to be Miro. So it's up to you what you want to do. You agree within yourself. This is how we want to go about it. And remember, these are the things, these are just documents. And you guys coming together to bring ideas together that will help you improve on what you're doing is what this team charter is all about. And that's what team communication. Remember, nobody is a boss here, but you're coming together to help yourself. So at this time, you choose the days, how frequently you want to meet. You choose the time you want to meet. Choose the tool, your video recording, your video tool. Then you also choose your collaboration tool. That's it. Those are about 4 things there: frequency, time, the 2 different tools you want to use to work on. And so the next thing then is team role. So this team role does not have anything to do with leadership, but it just had to do with, okay, here we are a cross-functional team. So the data analyst knows themselves, the QA knows themselves, the BA knows themselves. So they come together, they understand their roles, and they understand their roles and responsibilities. So one person is in charge of going to gather requirements. You know your job, you deliver it at every point in time. And remember, when you're brought together, these things that you need to do will be shared, and then you will know what you need to do. So, but in this our case, you already know what your role is, and then you're going to stick to that your role to deliver what you want to deliver. But in case you do not, you are brought in together and you don't know what your role is, it is the responsibility of the team to say, okay, Kingsley, this is your role. Fola, this is your role. Peculiar, this is your role. So, and that's what a team does. And what happens if a member, if a team member needs to be absent? So there needs to be a prior notification to the team. That's for you guys to say, okay, what if a team member it's not, it's absent? It's between all of you to say, whenever a team member needs to be absent, our rule states that this team member needs to inform us that he or she will not be around on so days. It becomes important so that every person will adjust to ensure that there is balance. And if there is any form of poor performance, so for instance, in this our cross-functional team, you begin to understand that from what we explained yesterday, from what we demoed yesterday, you notice that the QA will not do their job if the DA or developer does not do his or her job. And the same thing with the developer and the DA will not do if the business analysts do not do their job. So imagine a situation where the developer decides not to do their job, or it's slow in doing their job. What are you supposed to do? So what do you guys agree to do to anyone with some level of substandardness in performance? You need to decide what to do. What if the person output it's not up to standard? You need to also agree on, if it's not up to standard, we do things like we have to send it back to the person to redo it. Or the person is not efficient, you have to also get the person to be up and doing. There has to be some ways for you to put some checks and balances in your team. It's not going to be easy. Where in the next slide, we're going to explain to you all the different stages we're going to pass through. Now, the next one is the decision-making processes. So decisions when team members reach an agreement on realistic deadlines based on individual workload. Of course, you all will have to agree. If it is a 2 weekly sprint, that's what you agree. If it's a 1 weekly sprint, you have agreed on something, and everyone will need to be there. And of course, you can use things like voting. So you use voting to decide, the project management tool you need to adopt during the process of doing your project. Remember, everyone's voice is equal. The weight of everyone's voice is equal. So don't, for any reason, try to talk anyone down. Allow people to say their mind. And then timelines and milestones. So my timelines and milestone needs to be measurable. Reaching specific product features or functionalities completion percentage by date. So for instance, what this means is you say, okay, so we have to build the chat feature for PrimeServe. We want at least by the end of this sprint, we want to reach at least 80% completion or at least 100% completion. It is up to you. You chose how you want to achieve what you really want to achieve within a certain time. This is up to you. You are in charge of how you want to do it. And if you reach it, then that is a success for you. Then the time is team appraisal. Weekly peer evaluation will be conducted. So now the team again could decide that we want a week kind of evaluation to be conducted. What is this evaluation meant to do? So the rating will reflect individuals' performance, and there should be no personal relationship. So in other words, if Kingsley and Fola are in a team, and of course they know themselves, kind of, they cannot, they need to watch it so that their relationship will not affect them, will not affect their voting. And these things are some of the rules you need to put together, some of the things you need to do to be able to achieve your goal. All right, so let's go to the next one. Remember, a team charter is a live document. Hence, it must be reviewed and updated regularly. Please take note of that. It's a live document, must be reviewed and updated regularly. Now, there is what we call team formation stages. I've explained it at the beginning. I've said it at the beginning. Let me explain it. The first stage is the forming stage. So in this stage, in this initial stage, team members are introduced and individuals are getting acquainted with one another. So just like we came in, we started introducing ourselves. So what are the behaviors you get to see during this time? So Fola will come in, she will be so polite to Peculiar. Peculiar will be so polite to Francisca, and everybody will be so cautious because you don't know who is who. You don't know what you will talk, and they will just give it back to you the way you deserve it. And everyone will be so conscious, and there will be this dependency on the leader for guidance and direction. But unfortunately, there is no leader. So, and what will be the challenges? There will be unclear roles and responsibility, the hesitancy to voice opinion. You don't know what to say so that you don't offend anybody. And your major intention, you just don't want any issue. You want to keep the harmony that is in the house. That is usually, that's usually the first stage in a team. And what is the second stage? The storming. I'm sure when you hear the word storming, it has to do with storm. What do you have? All right. So what do you mean, Fola? Fola, don't tell me that. You cannot tell me you want to lead this group. What do you mean? Okay, so the rest of us that are here, what are we? What are we not supposed to be part of what we are doing? So with this time, we have conflicts and tension. Someone peculiar will tell Fola, it doesn't have to be the way you say it. You need to listen to us. It doesn't have to be the way you say it. But there is conflict and there is tension, and this thing starts to emerge. Team members express their individuality and differences in opinion. And what is the behavior? Everyone will keep disagreeing with each other. There is power tussle and questioning established norms or leadership. So these things are some of the things you're going to really see when you start. You will start seeing all these things. And the usual challenge is there will be discord among team members, resistance to authority, and difficulty in decision making. This is what you see. But after this stage, there is the next stage called the norming stage. And the norming stage is the The team will begin somehow, some person will begin to adjust, begin to know each other, or begin to establish some norm, resolve, and you begin to know how to resolve conflicts, develop a sense of unity and cohesion. This thing will lead to increased collaboration, acceptance of roles, and clearer communication channels. But some of the challenges that you're going to have will be balancing individuals' need with team goals, adjusting to team roles, and maintaining momentum towards objective. But when this stage passes, what do you have? As soon as you're able to norm together, the next stage is you begin to perform. You will begin to perform. So at this stage, the team operates at its peak, a peak efficiency, demonstrating high productivity and synergy. And what is the common behavior? Efficiency, efficient collaboration, shared decision making, and proactive problem solving. You start to see problem from another person's perspective. You try to work together to achieve what we call the bigger picture, the big picture. The organization will come first over your own interest. You start seeing things in a better way. But some of the challenges we're going to start having there will start be complacency, some potential conflict over goals or direction, and maintaining the high performance level consistently. So you start performing well. Now, some of the challenges, some people will become complacent, which will start affecting the performance level. And this is something that needs to also be checked. And then when all this stage passes and this project is over, what do you get? This stage will occur when the team disband. So when the project is over, we disband the team because the team has completed its tasks and we need to close that team. We need to close that project. What is the normal behavior? Peculiar will start reflecting on all the beautiful times she has had with this team from the time it was a troubling time to the time it started being so productive. Started seeing, oh, Fola, you are so amazing. You tolerated all my issues, and everybody will start seeing each other's, um, uniqueness and level of quality. And somehow start feeling, some of us will start feeling, having some feelings of nostalgia and sadness. And what is usually the biggest problem? You start finding difficult to say bye. You start finding difficult to handle emotion that comes with it. And you feel like there's also why don't we remain in this team? Why am I going back to my previous team? You feel like future endeavors should, what are you even bothering yourself? It becomes difficult for you to go and focus on what's the future holds. You want to remain in this group. These things are natural perception. These are natural order that you will definitely find in any team you find yourself. And that's what Team Charter is trying to explain to us. So overall, a team charter serves as a foundational document that establishes expectation, defines processes, and maintains fosters alignment among team members and promotes clarity, accountability, and collaboration, ultimately contributing to the team's success. This is all about the theoretical part of the team charter. This is all about team charter. Any question? Question time, guys. Peculiar, Paula, Siska, any question?
Hello, Kingsley. So
Yes.
this team chatter. My question is, if I have to make an maybe if I have to carry out an update on the team chatter from my end, will the rest of my team members be able to see this change I've affected, and can everybody work on this team chatter at the same time? Like, can all of us be live on the team chatter at the same time?
Yes, whatever you do will reflect on the team chatter, and everybody can be live on the team chatter.
Okay.
All right. Any other question before we go to part, isn't it? Any other question?
That's when we'll have questions. I don't
All
have any
right.
questions for
So
now.
we are good.